So if you're watching this video, you probably got a brand new headset for Christmas. And you probably stumbled upon this Plush game called Yeeps, and it's pretty crazy. It's also crazy complex, so you need someone to teach you through it. So in today's video, I'm going to give you a brief guide to Yeeps. I will show off all the different things you can do in Yeeps, but I will focus on the main things that you should start with right when you get the game. So my main 3 focal points would be gadgets, cosmetics, and building. The first thing right when you get the game, you'll spawn a tutorial, and that will teach you basically nothing about the entire game, and it's pretty stupid, and it doesn't teach you anything. So just don't pay attention to that. I mean, you can, but like, it doesn't teach you anything that's like very valuable. Anyways, you will land in this home map. Here you can find your private worlds, building zones, mini games, and so much more. I'm gonna give you a quick tour to show you where everything is so you can find it for later. Alright, so right here is the main center of the home map. Right here, you'll find the public world code where you can enter into a private code. Right here is the leaderboard. You can access everyone that's in the code. You can add people, kick people, report people, and mute people. You can also like try and close the server and reset the map, pillows, and all that stuff. And over here you'll find the new area where they showcase everything in the new update. Right now this won't be very important to you because you don't have anything yet. Right now it's just showing off the item customization mechanic and it has some exclusive Christmas stuff. And right here is Toymaker Workshop. You can customize all your gadgets and stuff, but I wouldn't do this yet because it costs in-game currency and it'd be pretty difficult if you're brand new to the game. Then coming from the center, we have the 3 houses. The greenhouse, or starter house as I like to call it, where you'll find all the minigames. So these 3 minigames are the beginner minigames. Playing them, they each have their own unique challenges. Completing those challenges will give you in-game currency. If you come to this basement, you'll also find horror mode, which I don't recommend if you're brand new to the game. And over here we have the featured, which will change, I think it's every day with a different minigame. And then over here we have the adventure mode. This is a whole bunch of maps, and it's super easy to get lost in, so as a new player I would not recommend it. But if you come right from adventure and you come over here, you will find all the minigames. And there's things from cops and robbers, prop hunt, PvP, only ups, and so much more. So if you get the chance, I would definitely explore these areas because they're all super easy to understand and you don't really need anything to play them. And next, coming into this house, find a whole bunch of portals that show off the most popular community worlds. Community worlds are basically like games within Yeeps. By going into these portals, you will find a map or many maps that someone has created, such as like an only up or a mini game, or something else that they think that other people would enjoy. But this is just the featured area. There is a console over here you can type in codes and browse through these different categories. But as a beginner, I would not worry about any of these. You can't really get anything from them. So until you get into more things or you get a hang of the game, I would not go into them. Then over here in the blue house, you'll find the construction area and stuff like that. You'll find this portal to things called wilds. These are basically just giant maps where everyone can build with each other. But as a new player, I would not recommend it. I'd actually recommend doing a free build. This place gives you a whole bunch of blocks for completely free that you can test out and play with. And you can build fun structures and all that without having to pay a single dime. But if you do want to start unlocking stuff for completely free, you can also come over to the free blocks area. And every Friday you'll find 6 free blocks. And every Friday these will change so you can get more blocks for free. And also if you come over here, you can find something called private worlds. This will cost you money at first. I think it's like 100 in-game currency, which is not that bad. It just gives you a free place where you can save all your builds and keep it forever. And when your friends are online, you'll see them on this list right here. You can click their name and go into their private world. So none of your builds in free build or wilds will save, so just keep that in mind when you're building. But yeah, that's the main houses. I'm going to go into more of the detail stuff now. So in the game, you are a thing called a Yeep. It's like a stuffed animal type thing filled with stuffing. You can use that stuffing to place different things like a pillow block or take out a bat or something. But to find those things, there's 2 little belly bubbles right by your waist, and you can grab these to take out whatever you want. And to see more of what you have, you want to use this trigger while holding one of the bubbles. And it'll open up this menu with all your stuff. Obviously, you won't have all the stuff that I have because you're a brand new player, but there should be a few things here. You can find 4 different categories. You'll find the favorite tab, which I'll teach you how to do in a second. You'll find all your stuffing related items that you can use in any public world map. In the construction area with like the hammer and the wrench, you'll find all your construction exclusive blocks that you cannot place in like a public map. And you'll find the paint category where you can have all your paints. These paints can be used to paint blocks or gadgets in the item customizer. But now you're probably wondering a whole bunch of things. How do I get more stuffing? And how do I unlock all those things you have in your inventory? Well, to the answer of your first question, you want to come over to these cotton machines to get more stuffing. What you want to do is you want to put both your hands in these buttons, and it will automatically fill you up with cotton. In most official maps, the max amount of stuffing you can have is 5,000. And every time you place something down or throw it out, you lose cotton. Other maps don't have these. They have these things called cotton generators, which automatically just fill you up with more cotton if you need more. So when you walk into a map, I would always make sure to know where you can get more cotton. But to get gadgets and items, you have to come to this place right behind me. It's this little hole in the ground, and it takes you down to the mega shop. Here you can find the bundles for each update and all the tech webs. There's many tech webs, some for biomes or other things. But as a beginner, you want to start with the upper biome tech web. Right here, all this stuff is completely free for you, so I'd obviously unlock all these things. But as you expand further on this tech web, you can find pipes for building blocks, paints, terrain blocks, fireworks that you can use to fly, bats to hit others with, explosives, and even some cosmetics. So what I would do is I would pick whatever you want to go for. If you want some combat stuff, I'd go for this area. But if you want to go for mobility and like adventuring out into the wild, I'd go for this area. You'll find the main mobility items. Or if you're just a casual player, I'd go for this area. You'll find some like sticky pillow bombs, some smoke grenades, and some sport items. Also find these things called wood blocks. These are creative mode exclusive items. But to know if it's a creative mode exclusive, on the tech web, it tells you with a little hammer and wrench. You can use it in play mode, it'll have a little stuffing. And you can still use these stuffing things in creative mode, but most people use the wood blocks. But if you are happy with the stuff you have on this tech web, there's a whole bunch more like the snow biome tech web that has more snow-rated items. And as you go further down, these tech webs become more expensive, and there's a lot more items. But now me showing all this probably brought up another question. How do I get in-game currency to afford all these things? There's actually a ton of ways. Every official map has 5 Buttcoin stashes, and Buttcoins are the in-game currency if I haven't mentioned that yet. And inside you'll find 30 or 50 Buttcoins, and they're hidden throughout the map. I do have a playlist on my YouTube channel. It can be difficult to find, so I would recommend looking up YouTube videos. I do have a few videos on my channel, but I don't know if any of them are up to date to what's happening right now, because the game has gotten revamped a few times, so some of these maps aren't in the game anymore. But if you find a map and you know it's an official map, you can look it up on YouTube. There's like a 100% chance you'll find a video of someone covering where the Buttcoin stashes are. And it's a good, quick, and easy way to get some Buttcoins. Another way is by entering a promo code. They do these sometimes, or just little codes you can type in and get some free in-game currency or a cosmetic or something. But they don't do them very often, so stay tuned when they actually do one, because they can be very limited or not last very long. Another way to get more Buttcoins for your daily challenges. Each day you can claim these 3 things. 2 of them are challenges, and you get some from logging in. So since I have a 256-day streak, I get 160 Buttcoins per day from logging in. But I think since you have a really low streak, I think it's around 100 or 110. So still pretty good, but nothing crazy. If you need help with the challenges, you can ask someone who's more experienced, or go into a place that told you not to go. I know I said no community roads, but this one's really helpful. It's a community called Yeeps Quest. Within this community road and this map, you'll find almost every single challenge. You can get it done within a matter of minutes. It's just a super easy way to get your challenges done. And if you can't find that challenge you're looking for here, you can ask someone, they'll probably help you. If not, just explore the building a little bit more and you'll probably find it. They don't have all the challenges, but they have most of them. And some of the challenges you can do in the minigames I showed you earlier. But now let's go back to the home map. Another way to get a whole bunch of Buttcoins is through achievements. Right here on the achievement board, you'll find some of the challenges I was talking about that you can complete in the beginner minigames. You can track them on that map or here. But here you'll also find different challenges too that you can't find over there. You'll find a whole bunch of different generic things that you can do pretty easily, like unlocking items from the tech web or building certain things. You can also get Buttcoins for playing a certain amount of a game mode. Right here you can see if I play 100 games of goblins, I can get 300 Buttcoins. But some of these are super easy as a beginner, so I'd recommend doing them. And I know I said don't go into adventure mode, but I'm going to show you a really quick thing that's really amazing about it. And me personally, I'd only go in there when I get more comfortable with the game. When you load in, you'll find yourself in this map called Gnome Capital. This is the main central hub of the adventure mode. You'll find these gnomes that you can talk to and they move and stuff. You can punch them off the bridge and stuff. It's pretty cool, I guess. I don't know. You can find some of your base stuff I talked about earlier. But if you keep going this way, you'll find this map. It shows you where all the maps are. It does look like it's pretty complicated because it kind of is, but these little areas show you how where different maps are connected and things like that. One of the things you can find in those maps is this thing called loot. And these are only in the adventure mode, so you'll only find them there. If you find them, you can take them to the merchant. There is some in a few different maps. You can find this loot from mobs or different caves, around in a forest, or in this place called the dungeon. These are places for expensive loot that you can sell for 100 Buttcoins each. And these loot things reset every Friday. But what most people go for is the dungeon stuff. It takes a little bit more time and team effort to get the loot. So it's not as easy just finding random loot on the ground and giving it to the merchant. But if you get more experience with the game, I definitely recommend it. And now the third and final thing I'm talking about is cosmetics. In the home map, you can find them right behind me right here. Right now I'm on the suburb biome, so it has all the suburbs cosmetics. It can be pretty pricey and just not worth it, because they don't give you any benefit or anything to make you look cool, I guess. And this thing right here is the wardrobe. It'll tell you what you look like, so this is what I look like. I can take cosmetics off and things like that. and then I can also see all the different things that I have. That's basically how the cosmetic system works. All it really do is just make you look cool, so I wouldn't really focus on it. You should have a few different color shirts you can put on if you really want to, but it doesn't really give you any benefit, and not really that good anyways. So if you're new, I'd definitely focus on getting more gadgets, because that just makes the game way more fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're interested in this game, please like and subscribe. I'm always posting brand new videos, so that be an informational video or it's like a fun meme skit. Anyways guys, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!